Hey yo, it's your boy King Chiro. Good morning. It is what is March 13th. It's Wednesday, March 13th, 2024. It's about 7:38 in the morning. Again, going live, uncut, so on and so forth. Anywho, yesterday I had done a live stream in regards to trans women in or a trans woman talking about what the hell happened? Did my live stream just like it just reset on its own? Anyway, so I'm back here. Yesterday I did the live stream in regards to a trans woman saying that it's transphobic if you do not celebrate trans women in International Women's History Month or something. I forgot how it went. I'm not gonna go back into it. But my cousin's daughter, one of my cousin's daughters in Missouri, um, in the Philippines, we consider them like that'll be my niece, right? But we know here in the United States that'll be my second cousin, right? Anyway, so she's she's an aspiring rapper, singer, whatever in St. Louis, and when she saw it, she's like uh very bold to put your opinion on LGBT out there. Nice job. And I just replied back, Fortis Fortuna Agivat, basically meaning in Latin, fortune favors the brave. Whether or not that's true, um, I ain't got no fortune yet or whatever. But I had to just kind of cap on that. So then I woke up this morning to my boy Alex, aka Line Stepping Habitually on Instagram, and he had said this on his story, and I'll share it with you right now.
This might rustle some feathers, but who gives a shit? I'm going back to my roots. Not giving a fuck and speaking what's in my heart and what's in my mind. Anyways, I digress. I find it ironic that women throughout history and throughout the annals of time have fought tooth and nail for the rights that they have attained to become equal citizens to men, only for biological men to hijack their hard work, take over, and once again, make them second-class citizens. Ladies, make it make sense.
I'm not the only one who feels like this, right? I'm not the only one. We see it all the time. All the conservative, commentary online, on Instagram, on social media in general. Um, so I'm gonna go live on IG. So I'm gonna be live on live on YouTube and then live on IG as well. And I'm gonna I'm going to bring in Alex. So we're gonna have this discussion on here. So let's see. Let's do this. We'll go live. All right, so I'm live now, and then so when someone joins, anyone can see their live videos. I know. Okay, so it's like suggested, but then no one suggests. All right. Yes, we're gonna invite this guy. I'm inviting you, and we are on YouTube Live as well. Yeah. So I'm just letting you know that you're also on IG Live too. So we're IG Live, YouTube Live as well. So we're gonna.
What's my handle? Oh yeah, go follow me on YouTube. Run to be free. Or just look up my goddamn name.
Yeah.
I'm still a young to this.
No, and
I was
I'll
talking
put
to my
that.
cousin.
I'll add that to the description too. That your YouTube handle. Let me see if I can
I
brought
haven't
this up.
really. I'm still learning all this stuff, and because it's like for a long time everybody has been like, you should start your own channel, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck to talk about.
Yeah, but you have a good concept in the sense that you're running, and then I mean, even you as a personal trainer in regards or in regardless, it's just like to me that's a good concept, bro. Like you have everything to. I mean, you could be one of those influencers that influence people to want to do more. I mean, and then also because you don't give a fuck half the time, so you can really just give a hardcore fucking perspective.
Yeah, it's just also I don't know. I guess I'm still realizing because I've been sober almost 2 years from. In September, it'll be 2 years from booze, and I haven't smoked weed. I've just really been clean from all that stuff, and it's like I've noticed that I'm turning into the old Alex that you met at first, but more refined and not freaking wild.
Yeah.
And freaking not all over the place, but actually, I'm actually a productive member of society.
That's cool. I mean,
I always have been, but I'm not so much of an asshole. Wow.
Yeah, I remember back in the day, man. This guy he was an aspiring UFC fighter, MMA and
UFC, the organization, MMA.
Yeah. So oh man. But anyway, so reason why we're doing this live is because we're gonna talk about trans women trying to get into women's spaces like International Women's Day and also Women's History Month that's going on right now. So I already shared your story about how women fought for so long to get equal rights, only to let biological men dress up as women and take over their space again. So
yeah, make it make sense. Like I'm all for equality. Like it's kind of equivalent to where's that? It's almost like the reverse of when that I forget her name. And she ran the Boston Marathon. And homie tried to push her off. I forget her name, but she was the first person to compete in the Boston Marathon. And it's almost like it's like the reverse now.
Yeah.
It's like what the hell? And it's really I don't understand it. And I mean honestly, it's just like man hating. I don't want to. You gotta be careful what you say.
Yeah. Well, just like what was it? But that Leah Thomas guy. I say guy because it was a guy. All right. I don't give a shit if you identified as a woman. All the women in the locker room, would say that dude had a dick hanging down to his knees or whatever. Like, I mean, huh?
No. Go keep on.
No, just like I was watching somewhere. I think it was Kelsey Plum from the Las Vegas Aces WNBA, and she was saying that they're talking about the equal pay. They want the WNBA players want to be paid equal to NBA players, and in reality, they're getting paid a lot more based on percentage. They're not, it doesn't equal.
It's quite simple. Even Ronda Rousey said it one time. Like she's like, I get the most money because I generate the revenue.
Yeah.
Put asses in seats, and you'll get paid more.
Exactly.
But speaking of that, I think I never heard of. I've been seeing a lot of this Caitlin Clark. Fucking, she could ball, but I like that. She is, an athlete. She's not freaking shaking her ass on Instagram or anything like that.
Yeah.
And really, putting more women to be interested in ball. I think that's freaking cool.
Yeah.
Like the one thing I think is women, they need to stop comparing it to the men and let it grow within themselves and them support it, because she could ball.
Yeah.
You know, and she could probably school me and break my ankles.
Yeah.
But I hate to say it, like the NBA is more entertaining. At the end of the day, it's like entertainment, and it's cool. Like, not knocking on her abilities, but it's at the end of the day, it's business, money. What brings more money?
Yeah.
Get more interest, and that's cool that they're putting in that interest, but like the way they're going about it, the whole comparison to men type of shit, that's where it gets the waters get muddled. Let them grow on their own.
Yeah.
Like even in freaking outside the UFC, like freaking Dana White years ago was like, fuck no, we're never gonna have women in MMA. All of a sudden, Ronda Rousey starts fucking armbarring chicks and fucking whooping ass, and everybody's into it.
Yeah.
And like honestly, some of the women's fights are one of the greatest fights was between a couple years ago between Zhang Weili and Joanna Jędrzejczyk. Them chicks, like literally, it was a freaking display of skill, grit, and fucking violence. It was the shit. It was awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't care whether they were girls or boys.
Yeah.
It was two athletes going in there and putting their craft on display and going mano a mano. But that's why, you know, you don't really hear about the pay gap in combat sports.
Yeah.
Because it's really the skill, and you know, you're putting more interest in it.
Yeah. No, you're right. But and also too, I mean,
even in the WWE, freaking before it was a bunch of divas and all scantily clad and shit. Now you got the Sasha Banks, the Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, the Baileys, and all these young up and coming girls that are great on, or fucking Rhea Ripley. Man, she's like probably the hottest thing right now, in my opinion.
Yeah, and she's also pretty hot too.
Yeah,
she's also pretty hot too.
She knows how to fucking like tell a story in the match.
Yeah.
So at that time I'm entertained.
Yeah.
Because these chicks are actually putting on a freaking match, and it's believable.
You know what the funny thing about you say about Rhea Ripley is, you know, because again, what they say in the wrestling, they have all the tools. She has all the tools to be a successful champion or whatever. If you actually look at her fiance, you know, fiance is Buddy. What's his name? Buddy Murphy. Yeah, and he ain't got. I mean, he's skillful in the ring, but that's all he has. He doesn't have everything. You know, he's not on. You know, great on the mic. He's not very charismatic. You know what I mean? Like Rhea Ripley is. I mean that tells you right there. Like that shows you there's a lot of women that have a lot more personality than a lot of the men that are in WWE or in wrestling altogether, AEW and so on and so forth.
Dude, if girls freaking like they worked on their promo skills, they can talk some mad shit.
Yeah. But yeah, no. So yesterday I did a live stream in regards to this because I had to post it out. I showed it to you, right? The live stream, and the guy basically says if you don't celebrate trans women in Women's History Month, you're not, and I think he said International Women's Day, you are transphobic. And I said, how is that transphobic? That doesn't make any sense. Like I'm not, number one, phobic means you have a fear or something. I don't have a fear of trans people.
Irrational fear.
Yeah.
And it's not an irrational fear, it's just calling out the bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, no one's afraid of trans people. No one's afraid of gays and lesbians. I'm afraid of some lesbians, but in general, I mean, you know, but I don't know. What's your take on it? Trans women in women's history. That, I mean, to me, that doesn't even make sense.
Like I said, man, women fought tooth and nail to be fucking equal citizens to men.
Yeah.
Only for biological men to come and take their spaces. Oh, gender is a social contract, blah, 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 blah. Okay, take that approach. Go over to Sweden, the most egalitarian society. And, like, that's, like, the most equal freaking society in the whole world. And women are gearing more towards the quote-unquote women roles. Men are going more towards the manly roles. Y'all almost seeing a bunch of, like, I've noticed a bunch of young guys getting into fishing, hunting, all this other quote-unquote manly shit, and I'm seeing more to women going back to their traditional ways, but we're not gonna go back to the 50s. Women have got too much power and influence now to give that up.
Yeah.
And so we're no longer in the hunter-gatherer sense of things, but there's still that masculine and feminine roles and energies that we have. So how can you, in ancient times it was who was the bigger hunter-gatherer who provide and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
So now it's like, how can I provide that to a woman? And what I'm learning is more like emotional security. Like if she's emotionally secure and she can not be labeled crazy or whatever when she comes to even because we look at things very differently than they do. And so when she comes, for me, it's like I've noticed it when I talk to my mom and she's getting kind of emo and stuff, but I'm trying to listen to the emotion, what she's really feeling, and communicate with the emotion. And it's almost like how Jesus spoke in parables.
Yeah.
So you have to kind of you can't really speak like in logistically and logically to them and trying to like solve the problem or whatever. Like they kind of got to figure it out themselves, but provide an open a space and an area where they can actually like let themselves be and not be on a defensive. Because women, they kind of have to be in that survival mode sometimes, most of the time, given that this world's fucking crazy. And they are, and this isn't a knock on them, they are the weaker of the two.
Yeah.
No,
it's true.
I don't blame them, but the way they're going about it is where I kind of question it.
No, I agree with the that.
What kind of irks me is when you call out the double standards or you bring evidence back, have everything back up, not feeling you're labeled a phobic, man hater, and all this stuff. It's like, what's so hateful about fucking telling the truth? Men always get told the truth all the time. What do we can't complain?
Nope.
Like you get a man to sit here and fucking cry online about his freaking whatever he's going through. People are gonna be like, man the fuck up.
Yeah.
Me, I've known that because I've done it.
Yeah.
And I get bombarded with man the fuck up. What the fuck you think you're doing? And it's like, I could take it personal, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, man, like, throughout history, like, we're built for this.
Yeah.
We're built to handle all that shit. We're not meant, I wasn't meant to be a freaking emo freaking, I can't take care of myself. Because at the end of the day, it's like, if I'm in my emotions and shit, women see that, like, oh, fuck, if he's like that, now, with this little thing that I can't relate to, I can only imagine if shit hits the fan, how's he gonna be?
Yeah.
Is he gonna turn it? Is he gonna be a man or is he gonna be this little bitch?
Yeah.
And so,
I mean, that's how I feel right now. Like, because my dad passed away 2 weeks ago, and so.
I know, man. My condolences for that. And you know what? Again, props to you for freaking still. Like, I mean, I'm not trying to. You're not showing it necessarily, but like I can't empathize. I didn't have my dad, but I can empathize with that hole.
Yeah.
That like you don't have your dad anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have someone like that person that you can go to and like, hey, seek some wisdom and stuff. So I can empathize with that, but even in that, how many like were you flooded with comments and all that stuff?
Oh yeah, I mean every day. I mean now people are just checking up on me, making sure I'm good. But reason why I bring up my dad and all that is because after it happened, and I mean I watched him slowly die, so but the thing about it is I didn't want to sit here, as much as I love the man cave, you can see how much I love it. I still even got the Christmas tree up. So anyway, regardless, as much as I love being at home, I didn't want to sit here and grieve and all that, right? I didn't want to continue crying about it and all that. And I went right back to work. I was like, I'm fuck it, you know what I mean? If I'm busy, I ain't gotta think about it. You know, and but everybody's, you know, just let yourself cry. I mean, even at the schools, bro, like the counselors, you know, you need the time to grieve, just let yourself cry. I'm like, I'm not into crying. Like that's not what I'm gonna do. I'm a, you know, I'm a dude, I'm a man, like I, you know, but they tell you all the time, like even dudes need to cry. Dudes, you know, I'm like, okay, but every time I cry about everything else, y'all tell me what the fuck am I tripping about? But this,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? It's like, to me, this is the same situation, bro.
Ain't nothing wrong with crying. I won't name them. I don't know what it is about me or whatever, but it's almost like everybody, maybe because I look at things through
a different lens.
Neutral lens.
Yeah.
And I want to understand the where the person's coming from or whatever. That people really open up to me, and how many times I've had like my boys just freaking cry and really open up, and
yeah.
It sucks because like it's like you understand, and there's not really a thing you can do about it but listen.
Yeah.
You almost want to like, there's, you know, I was like, there's nothing I could say or do. Like, I wish I could say something. There was like a magic word or something that will alleviate this hole.
Yeah.
But I can't. But the only thing I can do is be there.
Yeah.
And reassure you, like, you're gonna be okay. It sucks.
Yeah.
But it's okay to cry. I don't, but not in front of chicks. I've learned that every time I do, it freaking bites me in the ass.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. My wife even tells me, like, just cry. But every other time I've cried, like, what was it? Before, like a week or so before my dad passed away, I was sitting in the bed. I had food poisoning. I had round table pizza and pizza and chicken wings. It was here in India, like a couple days prior or whatever, or not a day prior, and then all of a sudden I'm like, I was like, had a vomit, had diarrhea, all kinds of shit, and then I ended up having low blood pressure, low blood sugar, and then also I was just dehydrated. So I was just drinking the Pedialyte after that, and then I had to go to the hospital and get a IV. But I'm sitting in bed like crying. So of course Melinda, being that the strong woman that she is, she's like, "Shut the fuck up! Why are you crying? I don't want to hear you cry." I'm like, "Bitch, I'm fucking dying over here." But now with my dad, she's like, "Babe, it's okay. Just cry. I'm like, "No, you don't like when I cry every other time. Why now?" But my thing is, as far as me, I'm coming, I don't want to. I just don't want to be the type of person that, I mean, like on Thursday, what's today? Today's Wednesday, right? So tomorrow I'm going out to LA for my dad's service. And people like my stepmom, she's still crying about, that was the love of her life,
Yeah.
But for me, it has to be a closure, because eventually life goes on and we have to just, I mean, my dad's always going to be my thoughts. He's always going to be my heart. Right. But ultimately, at the end of the day, the emotions kind of have to fade away, and I have to just continue with life. And because at the end of the day, I can cry all I want, but they ain't going to pay the bills. So
it's it's funny. There was this. I forget. If you look it up, I don't know if it was like a press conference or whatever, some political press conference, and the guy up there, like straight up, and they asked him like, "Hey, his wife had just died in an accident." I don't know if you've seen that video. He's like, "Yeah, my wife died in an accident, and there's nothing more I want to do but to sit and cry and stuff. But right now, I got shit." Pretty much, it's like I got shit to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
And unfortunately, the harsh reality is, as men, we are expendable commodities to the world.
Yeah.
And the quicker you realize that, the easier life's gonna be. And it's not so much like, oh, well, with me, I'm expendable. It's like, nah, man,
No, keep pushing.
That's the reality. I'm expendable, so I'm gonna pursue what's meaningful to me.
Exactly.
And if people want to tag along with this shit, cool. If not, hey, by all means, handle your business over there. Like, I could do that all by myself.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's the rise of social media and stuff, and it's like the instant gratification of affirmation or whatever it is that the person is looking for to post.
Yeah.
Because people don't just post to post. You know, oh, I'm doing this for this or it's not. It's your fucking ego. Kick rocks.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at my videos on YouTube, you see that there's not a whole lot of ego there, bro. I only got like I have one video that has 1,000 views. Everything else is like 8, 10, 25. But I don't give a shit, bro. Like at the end of the day, I'm doing this because it's therapeutic for me to do my videos. But you know, again, I'm doing live stream on YouTube, live stream on IG with my boy Alex, aka Line Stepping Habitually, aka Run. Was it again?
Run to be free.
Run to be free on YouTube. So I'm reaching 26 minutes on the YouTube live right now. We can continue on IG live because I also got to go get some oatmeal in my belly. But I'm gonna end the YouTube live stream. Thank you, Alex. Let me hold on. Let me do just this with there. Oh, my bad. All right, YouTube, that's my boy Alex right there, aka Line Stepping Habitually, aka Run to Be Free on YouTube. Check him out. We're gonna go ahead and end this YT live stream now, but we're gonna continue going on the IG live because why not? So it's your boy King Shuro. Thank you for watching. Remember that you're loved and remember to be great every day because tomorrow is never promised. Peace out, y'all.
Conquer some shit.
Conquer some shit, goddammit.